Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Covering both sides of the big issues with the analysis you trust on News Radio 1040 WHO.
The parents of a teenager who killed 4 students at a Michigan high school, the parents of the teenager can face trial for involuntary manslaughter, according to a ruling by a state appeals court. This is groundbreaking stuff, my friends, where you got a kid who's been convicted of conducting a deadly school shooting, and now his parents can be put on trial. Let's talk this over with gun law expert Emily Taylor, back on my Newsmaker line this morning. Hey, Emily, welcome back to Iowa Radio. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Emily, I think this is really, I'm amazed this is not getting more national attention. I think this is kind of earth-shattering stuff, or am I overplaying this? You tell me, what do you think?
No. Earth-shattering is the word for it, because, we've got 2 systems of justice, right? Civil and criminal. We're talking about criminal here.
So what we're saying here, Emily, I'm looking at the details of this ruling, that the court is saying, well, the murders wouldn't have happened if the parents hadn't purchased the gun, or if the school expressed some concern about the kid and they didn't come take him home. This is brand new territory, isn't it, in the criminal realm?
Absolutely, because generally that's the standard we use for civil lawsuits, right? You take someone's money away from them when they act negligently. You take someone's freedom away when they act with criminal intent. So, this is the difference between the getaway car driver who knows you're going to rob a liquor store and someone who's, just looking down at their cell phone and gets in a car accident, right?
Yeah.
Negligence versus intent. And the state of Michigan is saying you can put someone in a cage for negligence, which is a scary proposition to us all.
Right. So, Emily, obviously you're an attorney. You focus on gun law cases. This opens up, and I am sure folks who are in favor of gun control in this country think this is a big win. This opens up a lot of possibilities that didn't exist before to charge people criminally for the actions of someone else. Am I right on that?
Absolutely. If this jury convicts in Michigan, you will see in virtually every state at the first opportunity a proposal at the state's legislature to drop the mental state in that state so that you can prosecute parents for things like this. I know right now we're saying, gosh, these parents really screwed up. They need to be punished.
Yeah.
I agree. The parents' actions are indefensible, but that's what civil justice is for. That's what monetary punishments are for. Once we start putting people in prison, we're not that far from being in North Korea, where my parents or my children could be in prison for something I say about the government.
Well, that's it, Emily. I'm so glad you addressed it that way, because as you get into the details of the case, yes, you can be mad at the parents for their irresponsibility, and we get mad at parents for their irresponsibility all the time. But this is why you're making a distinction, right? That you could go after them in a civil case. Am I right?
Absolutely. In fact, we have causes of action just for this, something like, let's say, the negligent entrustment of a firearm. But for the parents giving him access to that firearm when they knew he was irresponsible, this would not have happened. In the civil system, these parents should die broke and scorned. Right. But should they lose their freedom is what we're looking at here. And I think that's what people need to remember. It's not as though this kid said, bye, Mom and Dad, I'm off to shoot up the school this morning. And they said, all right, have a great day. Here's your ammo, right?
Yeah.
They did not know this was his plan. And surely you have to believe they would have stopped him if they had known.
So obviously, Emily, what you're looking for is an appeal at this point, right? Because this is groundbreaking stuff. Again, I sometimes in this program say to people, I can't believe this isn't getting more attention. This is one of those cases. It's got to go on appeal, doesn't it? Because this changes how we look at justice in this country.
Yeah, although, it has, I think we're done. I'll tell you, because we've just gotten through the appeals process on the legal issue itself. Can it proceed on this legal theory? And the courts have said yes. So now it goes to that trial jury. I can virtually guarantee that a trial jury in that community where the shooting took place is going to convict these parents. And once you have a jury conviction, getting it overturned is much harder. So, yes, there will be further appeals. We can hope that this is a theory that does not proceed forward legally. But once that jury has their say, I mean, if I were guessing right now, I would say the deal is done.
Wow. Big implications for the justice system. Gun law expert Emily Taylor. Emily, I feel like we'll be following up on this soon on this show. Thanks very much for talking to me this morning.